What's up, gang? Matthew Loop here. It's been a minute. Hope you are doing fantastic on this Saturday. I just wanted to deliver some value for you today and share 3 ways that you can rank on number 1 on Google. These are really the only 3 ways you can do it. And this might be review for some of you. Some of it you might be very new. But I want to help empower you because Google search is an extremely powerful way for you to get a great deal of traffic, and if you rank your websites high, it's passive traffic, so it comes in 24/7. And yes, we can set up other systems too with paid advertising or other social media platforms, but Google is, sometimes the shine has wore off just a little bit because everyone's preoccupied with other stuff in today's society. But let's talk about it. So there are 3 ways. Can you guess what they are? Any guesses? All right, well, the first one is Google Adwords. That's where you actually pay to sponsor your ads. Google pay-per-click, as it's called, right? Very simple, but Google can deliver as much traffic as you can handle. And if you've got $1,000, $2,000, $10,000 a month, they will deliver you the traffic. Now, I recommend if you're going to go Google AdWords that route, at least starting with $300 per month, depending on where you are in the United States or the world. Sometimes your cost per click can be, who knows, $5, $7, $10 per click in different markets. I've seen it happen. But it is a very viable way to achieve search traffic. Now, I personally feel there are better ways to spend that budget and get a lot more bang for the buck, for example, on Instagram, Facebook, Snap, or some of these other platforms. But I do have a lot of clients that are using Google AdWords successfully. You just need to determine what return on investment you're happy with. If you can get at least a 3-to-1 with Google AdWords, that's a pretty good deal. Now, some will get much higher, and it does require more money when you test initially. So if you want to shortcut to the front and to page 1 rankings at the very top, well, you can use Google AdWords. So that was the first thing. Number 2, Google Maps or Google My Business. I've talked a lot about this over the past, decade longer, and even include a separate module about this in my flagship training, Social Media Elite. Now, Google Maps, and I'm having to test my concentration right now because my son is playing soccer next to me. I told him to stay inside, but you know how that works. Hey, Sebastian, can you stay inside, please? All right. Yeah, come here and say hi. All right. All right, say hi.
Hi.
Hi, there he is, my handsome man. All right, can you let me do this video real quick? Okay. All right, can I finish? All right. Peace. All right. All right. So number 2 was Google Maps, Google My Business. And in my opinion, this is the most valuable real estate on the search engine because people buy doctors like they buy books on Amazon. In fact, I devoted a separate module just in Social Media Elite, my flagship training. And there are, you could say there are 14 different ranking factors, a few that really matter, but all things given equal, you want to have these dialed in, because I can tell you stories of doctors in certain markets that attract over 30 new patients per month just by Google Maps, Google My Business. It's extremely powerful when you can rank really high. And, even if you're doing a lot of social media advertising, for example, on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, the benefit is a large amount of those people will actually search for you on Google because they see on Facebook, they don't know who you are, so they're going to go on Google and you've got 50, 100 reviews. So it does go in your favor if you can have a very strong presence. It is a very interesting thing that you can't neglect, especially in today's time. Can I finish?
And I want to.
Okay, well, you can help me do this video? Okay, well, that's an unexpected surprise. All right, so that was Google Maps. And if you want step-by-step trainings on how to dial that in, check out my flagship training, Social Media Elite. The third way to rank very high on Google is your regular website, or with search engine optimization, SEO as it's called. Now, these are typically below the Maps listings if you have a local market, or if you're in a local market, if you're a chiropractor, dentist, or plumber, what have you. If you have a product that's more global, well, you're not going to have your own Google Maps listing typically. But SEO never died. It's never going out of style. People do searches, and when they do searches, if you come up at the very top, it's a credibility indicator too. So there's a lot of value to it. It's a very slow game, especially nowadays. I remember the days where you could build links a specific way, and if you had 100 links, then all of these links would actually get you high on Google. So, that's something to where that game is over. You have to take a very multi-layered approach. And in Module 2 of Social Media Elite, I talk about that. In fact, at this year's Social Media Revenue Summit, I may have one of my friends and colleagues. We haven't worked it out yet, but he gets over 2 million organic Google hits every single month just from ranking for specific keywords. And you'd probably know his name if I had shared it. But we'll see what happens there. But you need to really dial this in conjunction with everything else. We talked about on this video the 3 ways, which Google AdWords, Google My Business, and regular website search engine optimization. The best thing is to have your online marketing, your pillars like the Parthenon. So if one goes down, you still have all these supporting structures, whether it's Facebook, Google, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube, the list goes on. That's where the power comes in. And so I'll encourage you, if you've got one thing mastered, if you're just destroying it with Google, well, it's time to add on a different layer to that, whether it's Facebook or LinkedIn or something else, and vice versa. So always be learning. What they say, what Warren Buffett always says is like, the more you learn, the more you earn. Is very true. And associate with people that have already been where you want to be. Now, if you're looking to really take your social media marketing and or your Google marketing to the next level and combine all of it together for maximum impact, then Social Media Elite is a great program for you. It's video tutorials, so you can look over my shoulder. You can learn more about that training and what over 35 docs had to say at dcincome.com/go. And then if you want to connect face-to-face, I've got 2 solid events that I'd like to invite you to. One is our Bahamas Mastermind, taking place at the end of April 24th through the 26th. You can learn more about that at www.ucam.fun. And then the other one is our Social Media Revenue Summit, happening right here in Atlanta at the Midtown Atlanta this year. That's on August 22nd, so mark your calendar. Either one of those would definitely benefit you. Most docs do start with Social Media Elite. And then, of course, being at a live event, you're just able to meet other doctors or professionals that are doing big things in their business practice and their life. And, that's the learning that I strive for. In fact, I posted on Facebook a few days ago that my wife and I were invited back to Necker Island, Sir Richard Branson's private island, this year again. We went there last year and it was phenomenal, and we're doing it again, so super stoked about that. Get in the room with high-powered players and learn, absorb, and get all this stuff dialed in, right? We just talked about Google this video. However, make it a point, layer, and eventually you'll be unstoppable. You'll create this massive avalanche of traffic that you couldn't turn off even if you wanted to. It's sustainable and will benefit you for years and years to come. So any questions, post them down below. Smash that like button if you enjoy this content. It just helps me know that you're listening to what I have to say. And I will talk to you soon. Have a great rest of the evening, guys. Ciao.